Welcome to the live session. Traders, welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So we can see the market is after this initial bounce back to the upside, the price has again dropped. And currently we can see the price from this resistance line. There has been significant break below, and what we can see here in this level, from this level the price had got back that rejected back to the downside here, and as there is a stronger rejection from the top, we can expect Xauusd to potentially have a move. So we just started the day on Xauusd. Early we have seen that there was a bounce, as we discussed in our previous analysis as well, and at the moment we can see the market is having there is a significant rejection from the top. So as second day of trading week, let's look at to see what we can expect from the market, as we have seen that the price from the daily chart, the price has crossed the daily high. After break of this daily high, there is a rejection from the top. So let's wait to see what kind of trading opportunity we might have in this upcoming session. Thanks for joining the live session here. And also let's look at one by one to see how the market might be doing. So in this live session, we will be looking for best entry possible in the market. So let's begin first of all Xauusd to see where the market might be heading to, and then we will be looking for potential entry opportunity. And if you guys have any question, let me know so that we can begin today's full analysis. I hope that the screen became black, and now back on track. So we are on another trading day. This is absolutely another important trading day, a second day of the trading week, expecting another potentially big move. So far we have seen there was a significant movement early. Once the market opened, we have seen the drop and then again rejection back to the upside. Now this is a 1 hour chart that I was looking at. We have seen after break of this liquidity zone, there has been a rejection here. Now that rejection, what I think the price may remain bearish here for long-term picture. Xauusd looking for a drop here in that area. Would like to see what kind of trade we may have in this market. So let's look at first of all on the lower time frame what kind of market structure potentially it is heading to. So looking at if you look at the daily chart, I will be doing a full multi-time frame analysis in this market, and after creating that multi-time frame approach, we will be looking for that here possible entry. Now daily chart, if you guys look at on Xauusd from the daily, we have seen that after previous daily candle close here, we can see there is a healthy body with a long wicks on both sides here on Xauusd, and with that long wick on the both sides on gold. From today's perspective, the market currently crossed the 20 EMA and then revert back again with candle close above the 10 and 20 EMA. Now, the way the market is heading, it might be potentially completely bullish, or it might completely bearish. So let's see what kind of market structure it might be forming here. So looking at that perspective to see, if you look at here, you can see this is the support level on gold from this daily chart. So looking at the 4-hour chart and the lower time frame, if you look at the 15 minutes, we can see the market in this lower time frame from this resistance line. This is where a resistance level, okay, so which is, if you look at the 15-minute chart, this is a key level of resistance on Xauusd, and with that key level of resistance, what we can see, the price has moved back to the upside and it's got a rejection back again. Now, is this market, we have seen there is a significant drop to that support. Is it again pushing back again for another bounce? Okay, so if you look at the 4-hour, this is the 4-hour low here. The market dropped to that 4-hour support, exactly to that 4-hour support, tested that low, and then we see that there is a rejection again back to the upside in the major direction of the trend. So if you look at the 5 minutes here, you see that this is a bull market, and from here, from this level where there is a rejection to the support level, and because there is a rejection from this high, we see the price again another bounce back to the major direction of the trend. So looking at that here on the lower time frame, if you look at here, you can see this is the 1-hour chart. From this support level, there is a sharp bounce back to the upside, and with that bounce from this support level, we can see the price potentially going back up again to create a new higher high in this market. So the question is this market potentially remaining bullish, or it is again coming back again to the support level? So let's look at here on the lower time frame to see what is the market is doing here. So here you can see from here, this is an impulse back to the upside in this market, and with that impulsive move, this is a clean bullish impulse, and what we can see that from this support level has got back to the upside. We may see that this market ultimately again going back up to the long-term level here. So we can see that this is where the price you can see the price is pushing back up again, potentially to retest this neckline here. All right, so if this market going back up again, retesting the neckline and then rejecting back again, that's where we may be able to see the market to drop again to the support level. So let's wait to see here in this market what kind of price action potentially this market is forming here. So looking at the 1-minute chart again, it's a clean upside movement. Would like to see that it's going back up again and then rejecting to the major direction of the trend. So as soon as we will find that entry opportunity, we will be looking into the trade, and absolutely this is where we are looking at. And I hope that you guys ready for another big trading day, and I would like you to guys to make sure that you stick till the end. There is a lot to take from here. We do open live trade, live analysis, as well as discussion about developing a trading psychology, and also looking for a market that is giving us the best setup. As soon as we will find the best setup, we will be entering into the trade. Now, any trade that we are opening, make sure also you guys do the proper risk management and I highly encourage you to open even in a demo account, or if you are opening in the live account, then to open based on proper risk management, which is very important. And now let's see where the market potentially be opening for another move. Now if you look at here, you can see this is the 15-minute chart on gold, and there was double bottom early here, and then the market immediately had a sharp rejection back to the upside with a stronger impulse. Now that impulse here, you can see this is a consolidation and head and shoulder formation, and with that consolidation and head and shoulder, okay, so this is a head and shoulder. If you guys look at it, you can see this is a head and shoulder, and from here it has got that bounce back to the upside. Currently the market is again going back up, and I think if you look at the 4 hour, you can see from the daily there was sharp bounce. If you look at the daily price, you can see from here a sharp bounce here, and that bounce where the market is approaching that level from the 4 hour chart is going to that zone. And that being said, if we look at the 1 minute chart here, again this is a rejection from this lower time frame support, a complete rejection to the upside, and with that rejection that we can see on Xauusd, the market is heading to that neckline, which is support here, okay, support here, which is turning resistance in that area. And with that support turn resistance, if we look at the market is heading to the level, and potentially from that zone to revert again. And if the market reject again, what I think ultimately the price to come back again to the daily support level. So it may reject and come back to the daily support, or it again continue to rise to the major direction of the trend. So which one is likely to happen? Let's understand from the lower time frame and higher time frame together to see what might be the market be doing here. Now with that zone, this is the 1 minute chart, that you can see that the price from here has got a bounce back to the upside. And if we look at, we can see this is a neckline of this support here, okay, we can see that this is a support turn resistance here in that area. So would like to see where the price is possibly to be heading in that direction. And if we see the price has got a clear rejection, we can look for entry. And my bias here in this market is to look for a trade that is in the direction of the trend, which is very important to look at. We want to open position in the direction of the trend. So if you look at here, you can see that this is the lower time frame price action where the market is. If you look at here, you can see this is a there is an inverted head and shoulder here, and with that inverted head and shoulder, okay, so it's trying to push back towards the upside, and that move that we can see with this impulse correction, the market trying to push back up, we will be looking for, this is where a clean upside bias. Now this market, if it is not being able to break the high in that direction, we might see complete rejection again. So still we are not fully clearly defined in terms of the directional bias in this market. So therefore we will be waiting to see which one giving us the best setup. And Lawrence, thank you very much. Cheaper, welcome. Hello. Island Cooking, good morning. Gilberto, good morning. welcome. Thanks for joining the live session. And if you guys are ready for another big trading day, we're trading Xauusd along with some other instrument also showing possible entry. GBPJPY, we have one trade which is running in. GJ also may give possible trading opportunity. You see there is a rejection from here on GBPJPY, and that instrument also might give possible entry opportunity in here. So also we will be looking at GBPJPY. We are running a trade which is currently near the entry or later in profit. And I think this instrument, if you look at here on GJ, you can see there was a breakup structure and then has got again another rejection back to the upside in this instrument. So, and with that GJ price action that we can see, GBPJPY, yeah, we'll be looking at that as well. So here is GBPJPY along with Xauusd, also looking at GJ. Xauusd is having a rejection from this support level, and that rejection potentially giving a probability for Xauusd to retest the high again and possibly coming back down or going up to continue to rise here. So now the question is it creating a new higher high or coming down? This is on Xauusd. If we look at GBPJPY, here is where you can see the market to potentially to drop again or to go back up. So for GJ, what I think, if the market on GBPJPY, if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see this is a doji, and if it gets rejected again on GBPJPY, we may see that this market to trend back again to the upside in the major direction. So this is where this is a resistance line, and this is also an important support which turn resistance in that area on GBPJPY. So it may push back towards the upside here in this market. So we're looking at GJ Xauusd here. We can see the market from here getting a rejection, and that's where you can see the market pushing back again to the upside, possibly to create another impulsive move in that market. So waiting for that price to show up possible entry. And lower time frame, we can see from here has made its move clean to the upside here, and that move that we can see on Xauusd is currently showing that that trend, and anytime we might see a possible rejection, and that's what we'll be waiting for entry for sell once we see the market has given us that possibility to enter this market. Looking to see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this market. And in the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more update, education, as well as analysis that I am posting every day. So let's see where possibly the market be heading in this area here. So $30 minutes candle closed here with a 10 and 20 EMA crossover, and in this lower time frame here on the 30 minutes price action, we see that along the way quite a few gap open, and that gap open take the price back to the upside again, and with that the price has gone back to the upside again, possibly to create a new higher high or coming back again in the direction. So here is what we can see this market from here. So you can see from this level where there is a support down resistance, the market has got that rejection from the top and expecting this price to potentially revert again in the major direction of the trend. So here is what we can see, that from here a pretty strong bounce, and that bounce, what we can see, the price possibly with that bounce retested. Now either the price to go back up again to the direction or coming back again to revert again back to the support level. Now for us to find an entry here, would like to see this is a 1 minute 5 minutes clean bounce with one single move, and if this market going back up again to create a higher high, I think there is a probability for possible another rejection in this market. So you saw that from here that was a clean impulsive move on the 5 minutes to this support level, and that's where we saw the market in this clean impulse. The price has dropped to that 4-hour support. Okay, so one single move to the 4-hour support. This is the 4-hour support, and okay, so and then the price has just immediately rejected back to the upside, so which is basically that drop is showing a possible fake drop here, and as a result the market has made another move back to the upside. Waiting for the price to give an entry opportunity, and if you guys look at it, you can see that this is a price action here, which has got a significant rejection back to the upside here, and that market, if you look at here, you can see that this is the 5 minutes move and 1 minute. If you look at again, so if the market is again going back up to hit any of this high here, that's where you might find another possible selling opportunity, because if we look at the 1 hour also, we can see that there is a rejection from this support level, which is in this area locally showing bullish. Now that bullish continuation may even could rise. Okay, so what is going, I was likely to go up to almost to the NFP. This is the NFP zone where there was massive liquidity grab during the NFP. The market has potentially rejected to that support level, and as the market has gained momentum from this level, drop to that, and again reverting back to the upside here, we may see this market to potentially remain again bullish to the upside. And that being said, okay, so we can see this market So if the price is not being able to break below, we may see that it's going back up to that NFP level. So we need to look at to see in fact which one potentially to play out here, as trend continuation to the upside means that possibly we'll see that NFP retest here. Okay, so here is, but if we see the market has got strongly rejected from the top, then we may see this market to potentially continue to trend back again in the major direction of the trend here. So with that being said, let's look at to see what kind of opportunity you might have. And if you guys, you can see there is already a breakup structure here, right? So that breakup structure might bring that price back again. You know, I'm a trend trader. I'm a fan of trend trader. We'll be waiting for a clean trend change. At the moment, it is in a transition, either to continue to go back up or coming back down. It's market risk on risk of dollar yen. Yeah, we'll be looking at Shepherd. The market is risk off or risk on. What do you think? What's your opinion on the market at the moment? So you can see GJ here. I think GBPJPY may push back to the upside, possibly. And here we can see the price not being able to break below. We had a trade, we are running a trade 4-hour close here that we can see, and with this 4-hour close, let's see that if we can find an entry on GBPJPY for a possible short-term upside here. So looking to the lower time frame price section. So 21, 22, here is 29 pip. And along with that on dollar yen, I'm not very impressed with any kind of good move. This is in a sideway. Looking at GBPUSD, also not trending very nicely. We see some trend. Euro dollar looks that like that has got primary rejection from this support level, and it may try to remain bullish here on euro dollar. Looking at primarily on British pound US dollar, like the GBPJPY, I think GBPUSD as well potentially could be bullish here. Daily chart here, after test of this daily 20 MA, there is a bounce, and from the weekly as well. So here on British pound US dollar looks here possibly to remain bullish. So that being said, on GBPJPY as well showing possible bullish price action here. So possibility for the market to remain to the upside. We are already, as I mentioned, on a trade on GBPJPY, and this long week, what I think is a possibility for further movement back to the upside on GBPJPY. Looking at the 15 minutes chart with this breakup structure, it's potentially to move again. 4-hour closing in 15 minutes time, which is possible for a bullish trend continuation here on GBPJPY. So we'll keep eye on GBPJPY for any entry, while we are looking at on Xauusd for any further entry as well. So looking at the 5-minute chart, there's a 5-minute pin bar here on gold, and it's possibly trying to push that price back again to the direction of the trend. but unless we see a move change, we have to wait and see that which one is likely to happen. Okay, gold is sell between 3342 and 33. Look, gold is still, I'm not either sell or buy, because if you look at the lower time frame here, what you can see that from here, okay, as support and then rejection strongly to the upside on XAUSD. Now that might, as I mentioned, may give a trend continuation, or it might just create a double top or any kind of reversal pattern, and then to return again back in the direction of the trend. So waiting for the price action confirmation here, and once we find that price action confirmation, we will be entering into the trade. Key here is to first find the directional bias, which is very important. Okay, so we see that there is a break from this here. Okay, so we see the break, an upside here, and all right. So on dollar yen, and let's look at again GBPJPY. We'll be waiting a little more time on GJ. Let's look at on gold to see if we have an entry here, if the market is breaking above again to create a new higher high. So looking at the 4-hour chart here, and again from here, okay, so from this support level we can see that there is again another break to the upside. And that being said, as with this bigger movement here, we can see the market cross that high. And is this guys going back up to the NFP high, or it's just here another liquidity grab? Let's understand it. Let me delete all those lines. Always looking from the fresh perspective is key. Now if we look at the daily chart, we see the market is getting rejection from the daily low, and that rejection from the weekly as well, trying to form a weak fill. Now when I'm looking at the weekly price action here, okay, so from the weekly it looks to me that it's a bull market. Okay, so if you look at here from the weekly, you can see that this is the weekly price action where there is an inverted head and shoulder, a breakout with that inverted head and shoulder. There is a weekly pin bar, and the market may go up to fill that weekly long wick, and with that wick fill from the weekly, that's where we could see the market to go up and hit that level and then continue to upside here. So if that's the situation, we might see that the market to go up and fill that from the fill that long wick from the weekly time frame. So we may see that the market to potentially fill that long wick zone, but when we are looking at the lower time frame, such as on the 4-hour chart, we can see that there was a rejection here. So if this is a double bottom and then the price to create a new higher high, that we might see that move again back to the upside. But at the moment, just focusing on that segment in this area, and this is a very smaller area here on XAUSD, and that's where looking to see if the market is preparing for a move back to the upside in this market. Looking at again the 5-minute chart on gold, we can see that this is a lower time frame price action. We have seen a breakdown, retest, and then rejection back to the upside. If the market failed to create a higher high here, we might see the lower low, and that's where we will be entering into the trade. This market at the moment, I'm not very fan of buying. The reason is it's on a bigger trend down. We see that there is a breakout whenever the price approaching that key level, getting a rejection. So at any point, this market may create another higher high and could get another rejection again back to the daily support. So looking at the daily here, this is the daily support. Okay, so let's see how the market is potentially acting in this time frame to see if the market is prepared for dropping to the daily support here. The patience is key, as you know that this is the key here, being patient as a trader. When you are patient, you always stay on the edge, okay, because it's a big part of becoming a trader. Trading is from day one looks very easy, and then after some day it looks very hard. It's a up and down until you understand that actually the only way a trader become a trader is by being very consistent and being patient as a trader, right? So thank you, welcome Thierry. I'm bearish on gold. First target 3265 and second target 3230. We're waiting for that. We'll be waiting for an entry, right? So which is very important to look at that that zone for that entry. Okay, so as we discuss a lot about the trading psychology in this live session, now I know that losing in trading and being patient is hard, and that's why if you guys are in the academy, you know that we have now the most very effective, the most advanced trading tool that I'm using, and also I'm sharing with the members in the academy with an incredibly high winning rate, is only because of patience, right? Because in my trading journey, okay, I more often share this. Okay, again I'm sharing again. When I begin my trading, okay, I had a biggest loss of $90,000, and then that foundation has given me to explore more that how trading works in fact, right? But what was that didn't work in my trading? What I realized is that in the beginning, especially if you start trading, the first step start with losing. Now keeping your mind in learning while you are losing is hard, right? It's almost impossible, because anything you want to learn, you need some kind of return, right? Otherwise, how can you keep long-term patience and focus of becoming a trader? And from that place, we have developed that system with an incredibly high winning rate, so that for those who are trading with me in the VIP live trading room, in the premium academy, where they have something that helps them to be patient, right? If you have an automated system that can help you to grow your smaller account slowly or bigger account slowly, okay, or fast, then you have patience to learn, right? So that's why this academy is equipped with the updated system that a trader need in this 2025. If you believe that you can become a trader, okay, who can make a difference, stick to the channel. Make sure also join the Telegram channel. Now the way, the entry, if anyone wants to, guys, want to have an entry to the academy, join the Telegram channel. You can find link below this video. From that Telegram channel, keep eye on the educational posts that I'm posting. Those who are most likely to be attentive, each day one lucky member will be able to access to the academy, the tools that I'm using, the strategy that I'm using, the group that where the traders trading, you can access to that, all the tools, strategies, education. So don't miss out to join the Telegram channel where you can find more education that I'm posting every day. And along with, you may have an probability to enter in the academy from the post that I'm posting, from the education that you are learning, and at the same time you'll be able to get access many of the things that I'm using every single day. I said there are no trading tool work if it is why they are selling. Thing is my opinion. There are no trading tool work if it is why they are selling. That's not true. No, see, there is an opinion. Okay, you guys need to understand the fact how it works. Now, two things. One is, if you think that, okay, if there is a trading tool that make consistent, then we can become a millionaire with that, or a billionaire. You can't, because there is a limit in everything, right? There's a limit in everything. You can't trade a strategy more than a specific equity. You need other people to trade your strategy. Then you can make money. Okay, so this is a very, very important point that you need to understand. For example, if I am trading my tool in my own trading account, I have a specific equity and I cannot go above this. But if I have a group that I can distribute timing, as well as when the equity is distributed to multiple peoples, that strategy become more effective. Okay, one person cannot manage unlimited equity. So that is why trading tool works. Okay, I hope that it's clear now. I hope that you guys can hear me. Can you say yes if you can hear me, so that I'm sure that the stream is going well, and then we can progress further. Okay, very good. Thank you for that. Now, what we are continuing, it's important, right? This is a very good question, that if trading tool works, then why someone will be selling that? Okay, I'm not selling trading tool. First of all, what was discussed is, if I give you the profitable trading tool today, in most cases, if I give 20 people, 20 traders, I'm sure that 19 of them will trade one day, will make a lot of profit, and the next day will make a profit, and next day will just take a bad trade by himself or herself and take that account back to the downside again. It's not about the trading tool, it's about your belief and your ability to hold that equity or the profit with you. When you are sitting down alone, constantly looking at the market or looking at trade, it doesn't work. So the fulfillment comes when you have a group, when you have a community, people like that, you can chat, you can have talk, and you know, your trading tool, your strategy is someone else using. Maybe everyone has a different personality type, right? A strategy may work for someone, may not work for someone else. So probably you develop a very good strategy that works, but your cousin makes a good money with that strategy, but you get benefit from it, right? Because your cousin making money, you can't take the emotion. When the account is growing, probably some traders cannot take that emotion, because we had a limiting belief in our subconscious that earning money is very hard. How can it be too easy? It can't be true. But your cousin probably believed that earning money is easy, so he might be using that strategy to get benefit, and you get benefit from that. That's how it works. So that's why the most important part here is to develop a strategy, a tool that can help you to remain profitable over the long term. Now, if you guys are here almost every day, 2 hours, 3 hours, watching the live session, I'm sure that you believe that you can become a profitable trader. That's what we are doing in the academy. Every single day we are trading, posting. In this academy we have a group where the members has a clear understanding about the strategy and the trade that we are taking. Now, if you are here watching the live session, then definitely I will recommend you to become enthusiastic, because the time that you are spending, definitely you have that passion to become a profitable trader, right? Thank you very much for confirmation. Okay, so now you guys understood that traders make more money trading funded account or trading capital from others, because when you use your own money trading, sometimes it becomes very emotional. There are many ways that you can become. So trading is basically a skill set. It's the ability for you to handle an account is the skill set. So this is what you need, right? Everything works. The only thing that you need is you to become, first of all, skilled to trade the market, and then the rest will come for itself. Now here we can see the market slowly, guys, on Xauusd getting potentially some rejection from the top. We see candle closed on the 1 hour and it's trying to potentially break below. Let's wait to see if we have that entry in this area. GJ has cutting that back to the upside. We had a trade early which is running in my account as well on GBPJPY. If you guys say that, let's see that the premium trade that we have posted, we have on after 4 wins on gold, one trade today hit a stop loss which is 17 pip minus, but GBPJPY is now getting more than this. So here is what we can see on GBPJPY. Okay, we bought at 195.26. This is the trade alert that I have sent out in the group, along with all trade that I sent. Also I post as a video explanation why I am taking the trade, why did I bought GBPJPY. Guys, if you miss that update, if you are on the premium channel, then I would highly encourage you right now to watch that. You will understand that what is real trading. Now you can see GBPJPY from where we bought start to bounce back up, and which is running in currently in profit. Now the most important part here is to understand why this market is in fact going to the upside. Can anyone let me know, as I have posted early an update on the channel? If you are in the premium, I would encourage you to write something on the live chat now in this YouTube live to say what did I say, that why GBPJPY should go up. Can anyone tell me, respond to the live chat, so I know that you guys are learning here. This is the smart money trading. So let me see how many members can remember why did I say that GBPJPY is going to go up here. Anyone can come up? If you haven't, then you can watch the premium explanation that why did I said, so that you know that. See, once you understand, once knowledge is powerful, it never go there. What about, okay, so gold we are looking at. All right, so probably many of you are feeling shy to tell. That's okay. Now here, what did you say? What happened with the GBPJPY? This is the move, right? From here. Okay. Now when you look at that a market, more often we discuss this system. When you see that the price breaks from a key level, from an important zone to another important zone in one single long move with bigger ATR. ATR is very important. Okay, that is breakup structure, not BS, BOS, breakup structure, and that breakup structure is where the opportunity comes. Now if you look at here, you can see that from here, okay, from here there was a big drop to that support level with one single move. That's where the key here. Okay, so you can see the market has made its move back to the upside from that zone, right? Look at, watch out for this kind of breakdown here. A lot of retail trader will get caught and will think that, okay, there is a breakdown, let's sell, but you should buy here. That's the difference between understanding a red candle, we feel thinking that it's gonna drop, by understanding the smart money system, where the liquidity is, where the market grab that liquidity, where the market is going back to the gain in the direction of the trend. And that's why when you understand it, it becomes much easier for you to catch this kind of trade with us as well in the academy. If you have watched that, definitely you have been on the trade as well. Now at the moment we can see it's pushing back to the upside, and it may go ultimate to what I think 95, 70 or 80 level, could reach back to that level and then may continue to drop or may push up further. Now we will keep eye on that. As soon as we will find proper entry, we will be jumping on the trade while we are observing the XAUUSD market at the moment for suitable entry opportunity. It's on a sideway on gold. You can see this is a sideway market at the moment until we see the price prepared for a clear move. We will be waiting for that entry opportunity in this market. So you can see here, this is a narrow triangular pattern. Okay. Okay, so here with this drop, it's on a sideways. This is a very interesting structure here. Okay, so which is a very interesting structure in this area, that on gold. And if you look at here, you can see with this triangular pattern in this area, that triangle, it may be breaking above here potentially. Okay, and that triangle potentially to break above, as we discussed in the beginning, that we will be waiting for a trend direction before we look for any entry opportunity in this market. And here we can see that with this 1 hour price action, after this 1 hour middleman from this support level, and with this 1 hour middleman, the market has made its move back to the upside. And what we can see, if you look at the 1 hour again, we can see the price from this support level has got that rejection with a one bullish impulse at the top, and may continue to rise here to create a new higher high, or may drop back again. As I mentioned earlier, this is on a very important key level. We'll be waiting for the market to prepare its move, and then we will be entering into the trade. Here is looking at to see how the price may evolve here. Now we want to see a clean directional bias. This is not a clean directional bias. Okay, this is where the market is. If you look at here, you can see it's a kind of fish pattern, that I would say. You know, the market more often create this kind of pattern. Okay, so you would like to see that the market to break from that pattern to create a new directional bias. And GJ, it's having that move. We see that initially has moved a lot, and then trying to drop back below. GBPJPY trade that we are running currently, my entry at 20, so running on 21 pip on this one, and like to take that. What's happening? Come on. Okay, now we see that GJ coming to this 4-hour support again. That might bring that price again back to the upside potentially for another move. So the 1 hour here, the 15 minutes also showing possible. Here it had a breakup structure and then reverting back again. Looking at on, let's go back to this one here on gold again. All right, so now when we look at especially in gold on the lower time frame that we trade, along with many other currency pair in the same way, the most important part of our trading decision comes from the directional bias that we more often talk in this live session as well. Now, directional bias comes from the trend, right? So you need to understand the trend, because when you understand the trend, you know the flow of the market. As trading with the flow is where you remain long term in the direction. Now if you look at here this market, sometimes it becomes really confusing, especially when you look at the market that has this kind of structure. Now, how do I identify the directional bias? That means the trend, right? So if you look at this market, is it downtrend or uptrend? Because here is a drop and the price was respecting this level here. You can see this is a resistance, big drop, going back up again, has gone back up and just created a little overextension and then drop and has gone back up again, right? So when the market going back up, exceeding that level, it's getting that rejection. So now is this continuation, or we might be able to see that rejection? That will determine from how the market structure is being created in that area. Okay, so when you look at this kind of move, we'll be looking to see that the market, if it is creating a new higher high. So 1 hour again, looking at after this 1 hour bullish momentum, the price potentially to create a new higher high or rejecting back until we understand the full directional bias. Better to wait, okay, because it, as I mentioned earlier, it is still can continue to rise up because there is a liquidity gap here and then bounce, or it may just got rejection again. Now, why it is important to look at this kind of market when it is trending is because if you look at the 1 hour, what do you see? That I have 10 and 20 EMA in my chart, that they are crossed over in a impulse, and the market is forming series of higher low. So when you look at an uptrend, okay, so when you're looking at an uptrend, keep in mind, guys, look for series of higher low. When you're looking at the uptrend, don't look at the top, always look at the bottom. These are observational knowledge, right? And that's the real information that a trader need, and you see that you match with the chart what I'm saying. Do a little bit of back testing, then you will understand. When you are looking at an uptrend, don't look at the top, look at only the bottom. When you look at a downtrend, don't look at the bottom, look at the top. How the high of those candlestick pattern has formed. See this market here. A smooth up series of high and low, right? Starting from here, no violation. Starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 9th candle, the market first time has broken below. And that has paid off, right? So that only one move tested the 10 EMA and the market has made its first bounce back to the upside. This is a very important buy area. You see, but if you look at the top, they are chaotic. You see that one up, one down, one up, one. There's no specific pattern that you can recognize. When you look at the downtrend, the other way around, okay, you see that all the smooth series of lower high. There's one violation here, boom, big drop. So that means when you are looking in an uptrend, look for series of higher low, wait for that series of higher low to be broken, come back to a key important area of support. How the market has traveled to that level is important to understand who is making this move, either smart money or unsmart money. Once you see that smart money making that move in that key level, it's a false breakdown. You can buy, wait for the market move up, keep a higher reward, do the risk management, forget about the trade, it's gonna work out, right? That's how trading is. Now until you learn that, as I mentioned earlier, you need to hang out long enough to understand how the strategy works. And that is why it's also important. Now this is 2025, 2026, 2027, guys. You need also automated system. We know how to trade manually. The time coming to automate the strategy. Automated system doesn't mean that you're gonna rely on completely on machine. There's a lot of misunderstanding that I didn't even understand when I begin this academy, when I started to trade. Automated system means that every strategy has a rules in it. You can program that rules to satisfy the rules of the strategy. When you can run the strategy when you are at sleep, that's how the smart money makes money. This information will not tell you anyone. It's here available. You see that no one is gonna talk about it is because someone has to know it first. Any strategy can be automated through programming. How do you do that? Let me tell you now. This candle you can trade with automated system. You can tell the computer, you can tell your platform, if there is a series of high and low broken, if it is true, if the market come back to this time frame support, if it cross the 10 and 20 EMA, place a buy for me. Put a stop loss here, take profit here. It's a program completely you set and you forget. So now when you came back from work, you see this candle, the trade is gone. You need to wait to see when the trade is coming. But once you complete the rules, complete the program, you have written the program, you told the platform to take the trade for you. When this happens, it's gonna keep trading for you. Okay, whenever it will check all the rules it sets. It's gonna open a position for you with risk management, with stop loss, with all of that. That is automated system. And this automated, that's all my strategy currently automated. Now, as in the beginning, there is a question has come saying that, okay, if that makes money, then why for others? As I mentioned earlier, guys, one strategy cannot be traded with unlimited equity. Every strategy need distribution, different traders to run that. There's a lot of things that needed to run a strategy, and that's why we develop that community. It's not only about the strategy, it's about helping others, building the community, sharing knowledge. When the strategy become less effective, need to update it, discussion, having fun together, right? And that's why we build the community, we build the strategy. And if you want to be on the queue to get into the academy for lifetime access to all the system strategies that I am trading, I'm sharing the free Telegram. Now, free Telegram is for education, but it's not a premium. But every day when I'm posting the education, there is a coupon is being posted for one fastest action taker to get into the academy. Each day one member. So if your times come, you might be get an entry to the academy for lifetime access of everything. So I've shared the Telegram channel link here. You can stay connected, keep eye for all the educational posts that I'm posting that will change the way you trade the market. What I'm saying, guys, is the ultimate trading education. You have nothing more. The rest is just noise. You only need 3 important things. Okay, I have a very long trading career. My mentor is one of the best in the world, one of the best mentor in the world, not here. And I learned from him for a very extended period of time. I spend hours, days, months time in front of the chart. And what I'm saying, no one can invalidate, right? So make sure that you take it not for granted, but cross-check all the information, all the education that I'm telling, how it works in the real market. And if you are not finding success as a trader, then don't worry. It's all about a little bit of time. Okay, it takes time. So don't miss out any part, any lesson from this channel. This is going to be the ultimate trading education where you can find everything in one spot, right? So let's keep growing as a trader. Always stay optimistic. You can do it. Say, I can become a consistently profitable trader in the live chat. 1 hour chart looks very, thank you very much. 4 hour chart, it's better to bar and gold. Thank you very much. Just found you the first time yesterday. I trade gold from 3317 to 3311 as you predicted. Do you do one-on-one lessons? I want to know what you saw to lead you to that trade. Okay, Magic Dragon, welcome. Thanks for sharing that. I do one-on-one lesson, but it's only to the members who are already in the academy, because I spend a lot of time in trading rather than mentoring. But I mentor too, because most everything that come from my trading, the rest is later. But if you guys are on the academy, I'm not sure if you are in the academy. If you are on the academy, then if anyone need one-on-one guidance, then you can let the admin know to have a session with me. Yes, of course. Let's look at now here on the trade. I wrote gold USD from 3317 to 3311. 3317. Okay, so you sold from a very low. Okay, so it should be on the TP hit level. So 3317 to 3311. So it's a sell. So it's gone. And I believe you got that profit here. Okay, now in this area on Xauusd, this is where it's breaking above at the moment, and okay, so it's showing that bullish pattern. This is NFP level. NFP candle is here. So as this market is still keep pushing back, we may see that the market to potentially go back to that NFP resistance line. So here, once we see the market, you can see it's a move, and that move may lead that price back towards the upside here. Okay, so let's wait for that. Let's wait for that to happen. Now, as we discussed, see that what you need to look at when you are trading the market. See this box here. In this box, okay, this is 5-minute chart. Now, if you are observing the market, if you are looking at the market, okay, in which move is important as a trader? Which move will tell you to enter a trade? So this is the key. Not this move. See, we think that, okay, it's trending, let's buy at any point just to see the market reverse, right? Not this move. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm not going to do anything. Not here, not here, not here. This is the move that I will be taking into consideration, and then buy from this level here. Okay, so this is the move that we need to consider, and then not anything here, not anything here. See, understanding the market will set you free, and you can spot this kind of market over and over and over again. And this is a fake move here, and that move has given now new momentum to the upside. When you see that a market is healthy trend, I don't buy from that market, because healthy trend is where it turns to be unhealthy very soon by breaking from the structure. But when it breaks from that structure, that's where the opportunity, that's where the entry, that's the key. Take that note, learn it, grow it, right? Still, I know that it's hard, right? Because of the emotion coming in trading. Emotion, the energy is motion, always at motion, right? But it's needed. Emotion is fuel for everything. Where there is emotion, there is energy, there is attention. You see that when people has high emotion at some point, some issue, some matters, they pay attention to it. Where there is emotion, there is attention. You see that. That's why emotion is so important. You can't avoid it, but at the same time you can overcome it. And that's why, as I mentioned earlier, the main goal of the automated system that we are currently trading every single day, that I have seen in my personal experience, is very hard to maintain the emotion. Once you learn the strategy and you have that automated system, most of the trade closed when we are at sleep. That's the key. So don't have to worry about the emotion, right? I'm sitting in front of the chart, opening the position, and then just to see that it's getting difficult. With the automated system, strategy first, you need to learn the strategy. You can't use calculator without learning how to multiply 1 and 1 equal to 0, right? You need to first learn the strategy and then use the strategy. That's my system in the academy. First learn and then use. And that's why every day I'm also organizing classes in the VIP live trading room, so that you guys know the strategy and then take the tool to automate your trading. And also, if you have a strategy, also you can do that. Now it's time, right, to automate the system so that you can sleep, work, let the strategy to work for you. And that's where you don't have to worry about the emotion. And now we can see the market. Understanding the market is important. We do had trade yesterday as well. Now today, still not in a very good entry for position to enter. Okay, here is what we can see. Cool. 1 hour, 4 hour chart showing that bullish pattern in this area. Forex broker use. Why that move? What is the meaning of the big box? Interesting. Yeah, that move that we discussed, that move is liquidity grab. Okay, there is a meaning in that move. There is significant in this move. If you have missed that, the last Zoom VIP live class, I would highly encourage you can find that video on the channel, on the premium group, where I have explained why this kind of move is so important. And then you know that this kind of move, once you see this is where you will be looking for potential entry for high probability trade setup. Now GJ, it's keep pushing back up. 3 smaller 5 minutes candle. This is a pretty strong bounce here at the moment. Let's look at for any entry. Could enter here. Probably a late entry here. We discussed that. It's already moved a stronger impulse here on GBPJPY. Can you still buy gold? Still room to go up. Okay, so for gold, this is what we are waiting. It's bullish, but um, if you look at the daily here, so far there has been significant move on the daily. It may keep pushing back up again. Okay, so if you look at monthly, weekly, daily, which is bull market, 4 hours showing that bullish. So looking at the lower time frame here, if the price is coming to any of this, we see there is a primary breakup structure, and if we see a strong breakup structure again to break any of this low, we will be looking for entry. 4 hour chart showing a strong bull impulse. So 3342 level, if the market coming here, 3342 level, we can look for entry. Okay, so so this kind of breakdown here also we can see one. So if you look at here, 30 minutes. Yeah, so we saw that multiple times this market gathered liquidity along the way, so that has given a really stronger fuel for this market, that is bringing the price back to the upside. So here with a narrower candlestick pattern, the market is trying to show back up here with another potential move, and so you see here the 15 minutes move, cross that low, return back up again. That may bring the price again back to the upside here. And with multiple liquidity trigger, now to find an entry, we see there is a breakup structure here in this area, and there's one here. Would like to see a clean move potentially, and 4-hour close coming. So you can see this is the 4-hour candle closing coming in a couple of minutes. Let's wait to see before the 4-hour close. It's coming back below again. Okay, so here we'll be waiting for that potential move. As intraday candle close coming here in this market, we may see that the price to possibility to break below further before it bounce back again. Daily price action, as we mentioned earlier, there has been significant move, and that kind of price action is at the moment the way it is showing is bullish. Now if it is forming that head and shoulder here, and with this head and shoulder formation, we may see the market to come back here to break this support and then to return again to the upside. What's happening with the one with GBPJPY, that has made its very significant break above here. Now GBPJPY, as we discussed also in the beginning of this session, from this level, from this support level, we see GBPJPY has got rejection. Now as an education, this is very important. I also have posted the trade as well as the lesson. This is the GBPJPY trade that we have opened earlier. We closed with profit, which is at 195.26. it was bought, and then TP target as stop loss was 194.71, TP target was 95.81, but we closed earlier in profit. Is still moving in that direction. Now this is what I mentioned. When you see that breakup structure that you have seen here, which is a complete breakup structure, and the price has dropped to that support with a one single impulse with a bigger move, and the market has made its rejection to the upside again, and that kind of move is needed to see as the price completely crossed back below to the support level. If you look at daily here, you can see this is the daily support. The market has dropped to the daily support with one single move. That's where, if you look at here, you can see from here it's a one single move to the daily support, and that move has again returned back to the upside. Okay, so now we may see that potentially the market to continue to back again to the upside. So for entry, as it is continuing to the upside, we need to see little higher time frame pullback. 1 hour, you can see after this doji, it pushed back to the upside. So 1 hour or a little higher time frame pullback is where we might find further entry opportunity. So this 4 hour support, this current 4 hour candle is still remaining almost 3 hours to close. So if this market coming here, especially to this lower time frame support, that's where another possible entry we can look for. While we see that move on GBPJPY, gold is also showing a bullish impulse here. Now before the candle close, it's getting that that manipulation here at the moment for possibly to before the another candle start on the 4 hour, it might come for a deeper pullback, breaking from that structure, and then to continue again in that direction. Currently it's in this area in a sideway with 4 hour close, which is 3 minutes 40 seconds remaining. One single impulse. Once the candle is closing here, now the next one, once it opens, is it coming back again or pushing back to the upside? So the daily support is here. From here we saw that move, the lower time frame as well, pushing back to the upside, and so the bullish trend continuation is high probable as the price has made its move that far. And because if you look at here also there is an inverted in this area, therefore the trend continues higher, but you want to see with the 4-hour candle closed a deeper pullback and then for entry to the upside. This is a one candle range, very narrow sideways market. If you look at it, it's in a one candle range, and with this one candle range, we may see some drop here. So the candle close coming on the 4-hour chart, also the 1-hour, and so we see that break from the high. Entering into the trade is always a matter of to look for the direction and then entry. So it is sometime might confuse you, especially when the market overextended. So I was waiting for the daily support for a buy entry because we don't want to buy on a overextended market, and at the same time we don't want to sell from the direction of the trend, opposite direction of the trend. The market is trending up, so we don't want to sell, and at the same time we don't want to buy from the top. Okay, so these are the two reasons that we haven't opened the position, though we was running the GBPJPY trade. Was a massive move that we can see in this instrument as well. Now at the moment we see there is a short-term drop, and if that drop come back here to the daily support, we will be entering into the trade. And yeah, let's be patient. Okay, we had yesterday we have opened 4 gold trade, today 1 gold, 1 GBPJPY. Still we have session to go. Someday we need to let that go. Okay, let the trade go. Someday will be like that. Probably someday you may spend without opening any position. The key here is not about the opening too many trades, but high quality trades. So we had almost nearing to the end. After long days we spent 1 session without trade, but we have discussed vitally important topic about trading, about the smart money system. And let's quickly look at here the calendar. Okay, so a big day coming tomorrow for dollar core CPI. We will be trading in this live session. And also guys, as I mentioned earlier, from the Telegram channel, each day one from our post that we are posting on the Telegram, you may be able to get into the academy in the lifetime mentorship. From that post promotional, with a promotional offer, you can stay connected by joining the Telegram channel link below this video, and also I have shared in the live chat. And where once you are in the academy, you will be able to get access to all my signals that I am posting, education, automated system, one-on-one mentoring, and many other things that I am available in the academy to learn and grow as a trader. So I hope that you enjoyed this session, and coming up tomorrow we will be trading live in this CPI. Get prepared for that, and in just matter of maybe 1.5 hours later, we will have also the Zoom call on the VIP live trading room. If you are there, I'll see you there. We'll be discussing about our trading system, and you will be learning also there. And with that being said, thank you very much for this session. We'll see you again very soon, trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.